Hello, welcome into my workshop and welcome to the show Creations in Clay. My name is Louis Palladini, and today I want to finish up by painting the Snarling Cougar head. I'm going to show you how to paint that from start to finish. Get it right here. And we did that last week. I want to show you the types of paint that we're going to use today. We're going to use some yellowish color right here for and yellow and some browns for the cougar skin color. We're going to be using a red and a pink for the mouth area and the nose, and then we're going to be using an off-white for the teeth, and then we're going to be using black and titanium white. So I'll show you how to get that started. We're going to put that right there, and the first thing we want to do is use the yellowish color that I mentioned. I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to take, what we're going to do first is I'm going to take a small brush because I want to paint the eyes this yellow color too. So I'm just going to paint a little bit like that. See that? I'll show you. See that? I'm going to paint that right there. And we'll paint the other side. The yellow oxide there, or the yellow there. What I like about this, it's almost like a yellowish gold in color, but it's very good for the eyes. See how nice that looks? Now, I'm going to put that brush in there. Now we're going to get a bigger brush. So what you want to do is we're going to start painting now. We're basically going to paint the whole head pretty much that color. So we're going to just want to paint that like that. See that? Put that nice yellowish color on there. We've done the nice base coat. See that? Hit all the different areas. I do want to use the hairdryer. And now that that's completed, we can proceed to the next step. What I want to do is we're going to work on the next part of the color for the fur. So we'll move these two colors out of the way. We don't need these anymore. We're going to be using kind of like a light brownish color, like a reddish brown. We'll put that there. And we're going to go back, get that brush. This right here. And now, just want to make sure that that's good. So we're going to just kind of dab the top here a little bit. Give it a little color variation here. Just ever so slightly, just kind of dab that. Yeah, I just kind of want to dab a little around here. Darken this up a little bit. See how I'm doing that? Just going to add a little more color up here. Just dab that a little bit. See how that's starting a little variation in color? That's what I wanted. On top of the ears, add a little more color. Right here, get a little more. In the back there, try to get a little more variation. Get around the edges there. Darken that up a little bit. The ears. A little bit of the see that? Just all around the head, you're just going to give that little variation in color. And now we're going to get around the eyes a little bit too, up here. So what I'm doing is getting around here a little bit, darkening that up a little bit. Giving it a little more color. And it's really starting to come along nicely. I'll just do a little bit more with that color. See how nice that looks? Gives a nice little variation there. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So we're going to move on to the next color. I want to work on the mouth and the nose. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the red that I have here, and we're going to paint the nose that color and the tongue. So what I'm going to do, dab this right here with this color. For the nose. Dab all the way around. See how I'm doing that? Gives a nice contrast to the brown and yellow that we just used on the fur. Just going to take and dab like that. I'm going to dab a little bit inside there. Try to dab all the little areas I'll show you. See how that's starting to look? And I'm going to just do a little more, add a little more. Make sure that we got good coverage on that. Okay, so that looks good. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Now we're going to paint the tongue. You just have to be careful when you're painting, though, because with the teeth, you don't want to knock them out. So just ever so slightly, just kind of go around the mouth, paint that, dab that with that nice red color on the tongue. See, I'm doing that. So we get in there. I'll show you. Okay, we have. Just want to dab it really nice. So take the brush and just dab all around like that for the tongue. In a minute, I'll show you exactly how I hit everything. Look at that. Looks really nice. See how we did that in there? Now, it's a really nice contrast in color. The next thing that we want to do is we want to paint the roof of the mouth a different color. So what I'm going to do is take, you know what, it might be a better idea just to use a different brush. Because this one here still got some red in it. I don't want to, I want to take the pink, I want to take a pink color now. I want to put that right there. And we're going to paint the roof of the mouth of the Snarling Cougar head. So I'm going to do inside here. And I'm painting that the roof of the mouth this color. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any areas. So go all around. Gotta just be careful when I'm doing it around the teeth. I don't want to accidentally knock one of them out. So I'll show you. See in there how we did the pink? And it came out really nice. The next color that we want to use is, we are going to use I want to paint the teeth. So I'm going to paint those. We'll clean that brush out a little bit. But think I'll use this one instead, though. It's a smaller brush, will make it easier to do the teeth. I'm going to use an off-white color. And we're going to paint that. I'll put these over here. Colors that we've used already. So now we're going to paint the teeth. So I'm just going to dab those. See that? Paint the teeth. And then what I'm going to do, paint the bottom teeth. So we're painting that. See how good that looks? So we just painted the teeth. You know, we might, when it dries, we can look at it again. We might have to add a little more of that white paint, but for the most part, it's pretty much done. And then I'll try to get the other side a little bit over here. And it is good. See that? And then the next thing that I want to do is probably use a little of the color black now. So I'm going to put that right here. We are going to take this here, and I'm going to go inside the eye like this. See how I painted that? Do the same for the other one. I want to kind of go back to this one and just push this in and go around with the brush a little bit, make sure I don't miss any spots. See that? And now, another area we also want to paint is the inside of the nostrils here. I want to make them black. See that? It really makes it stand out. And then I'll do the same for the other side. And then what I also want to do too is kind of paint around and I'm going to take and just put a little bit of black around the nose. We'll do the same for the other side. See how I did that? it really makes a difference. And then I also want to take and come up here and paint a little black up here too. See that? Make a nice little line. See that? It just makes it stand out a lot more. That's why I like to do it. So the another thing that we want to do too is on the lower part of the jaw here, we're going to paint this black. And then I want to paint that right there. I'll show you what I'm doing so far. See how that? I'm painting around like that. But it's very detailed, so I have to kind of look directly at it. And then we got that right there. Look at that. Look at how nice that looks. And then what I'm going to do too is I do want to paint a little bit up here with the black. And then we'll paint on this side too. See that? And then right up under here, I'll do a little bit of black too. See that? How I went up and around. It just enhances everything and makes everything stand out, and that's usually cougars do have that black color like that. The next thing that I want to do, let me take a look at my previous model, and I do want to add a little more black in some other places, and I just want to see if let's see. So like around the eyes, I'm just going to just dab this ever so lightly. I want to have a little black there. Just ever so slightly. Don't make it too black, but I just want to kind of give it that a little bit of black there, like that. And you're just going to add a little dab of black here and there on the top here. Just a little bit, just dab it a little bit. See how we're doing that? Just enhance it a little bit. And I'm going to get another brush. But before we do that, before I get the other brush, we do kind of want to, there's like a little area here that's a black fur. Just dab it ever so slightly. See that? So what I'm trying to do is paint this on the side. Just add a little black color. Right there. And then we'll do the same for the other side. See that? See how we did that? Ever so slightly. You don't want to make it all black, but you want to kind of see, have some of that other color kind of peeking through like that. So just gonna we got that. And then we are going to add some other black color on here too. So, but I want to use a different brush for this. Go back to this one. This brush is a little wider, as you can see, the one I was using before. And we're just going to take, I just want to kind of dry it off a little bit. But just a slight hint of black here. See how we did that? And then we do the same on the other side. And then the fur up here, we'll kind of add a little black. Just want a hint of black. Yeah, let's see, I just want to kind of dry that off a little bit before I just a little bit of hint of black there. And see, I'm going to go around a little bit here too. Just a little bit around the ear. See that? Just a little hint of black by going around. See that? Gives a really nice contrast in color. So now, there's one more area that I want to do. And I want to darken this up a little bit, maybe do this a little better. Okay, so that's looking good on the sides now. I'm very happy with that. Next thing we want to do, let me clean this brush out. We are going to use white. And I'll show you where we're going to put that. A little bit of white here. Let's see. There. Got the white. Now, you want to put the white right here. See that, how nice that looks? And then, let's see how I did mine right there. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of white here. So on the bottom jaw here, get that little white, see that? We're going to swing to this side. And we'll do that. And then in the front here, see that? Now, we're just going to add a little more white over here a little bit. See that? And then we're going to do the same thing the other side. See how I just did that? Really starting to look really nice. I mean, see how the nice contrast when I put the black up there, how that gives it a much better appearance and everything. I do want to show you the final version of the Snarling Cougar head. I'll put that one back here. And here's the final version of the Snarling Cougar head. As you can see, look at all, oh, there is one more area I did forget to mention. We got to do one more thing before I stop. I just realized just right now. On the painting, you also want to do the ear with a little bit of white here. See that? And then we'll go to the other side and we'll do the same thing. You want to put a little bit of white in there. See, there's like little white tufts of fur that are in there. And that's the one area that I forgot to mention. So now I will show you the final version now. As you can see how we put the nice white inside the ears like that? Very important. White over here. See how we got all the white along the side of the face? Underside, front. See how we got the nice red nose outlined in the black? You got the nice red tongue in there. You got the, like the eyes, how we kind of enhance them with the black around them. And the very yellowish eyes. And I like this too because I darken this up. See, it looks like his, when he's snarling, his face crinkles up on the front, and that's the effect that we were trying to create. So I'll just rotate that around so you can see the entire thing. So that's what the final version of your cougar head will look like. And I do want to thank you for coming to the show Creations in Clay today. And I do look forward to seeing you again next week. Goodbye for now.